So, I've been a mom for, excuse me, what is up, bosses and bosses? It's been a minute since I made a video. Like I said, it's kind of, I'm in the place where I'm trusting the process. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes time. It takes time. It takes time. I know you're not expected to get 100 followers overnight. I know not everybody's going to share the videos. I know everybody's not going to watch what I post. But that's okay, because I'm not giving up on me. Because 10 years from now, you know what I'm saying, the very videos that I post will be videos that somebody else may need. So I'm going to keep pushing, I'm going to keep striving, and then giving up is not an option. So,
it's very important because if we want to curtail crime,
I'm going to talk about when it comes to disciplined kids. I have two. The one is of age where she can be disciplined. The other is a baby still, so no. I mean, besides telling the child no and don't do the encouraging positive choices is something that I do implement when it comes to caring for my kids. I'm a parent who has my kids every day. Every day. So I don't know what it's like to be without them. One's in school, one goes to work with me and gets dropped off in class. When the other one gets out of school, she's in my class. So, kids with me at all times. And I've noticed that there's a lack of respect that children possess and have for authority, which then shows the lack of overall discipline. Now, when people hear the word discipline, they think automatically whoop, spank, or beat your child. It's not what I'm saying. Because me personally, I don't implement jumping straight to whooping my child. I speak to my child. I take things away from my child. Because that's where it clicks for her. You have to find what works for you. When I was growing up, I wouldn't consider myself bad. I took weapons for my siblings who would do stuff and then blame me. And me being the oldest out of the group, I would get the weapons. But then you have those children who pretty much boast with their behavior that there's no discipline that comes with the actions that they present. And the problem for me is, I work with children, and so I deal with this kind of behavior. I deal with parents. Oh my goodness, I could never believe that my child said that or did that. Okay. That's understandable because children have been known for behaving one way at school and another way when they're home. One way with their friends, another way when they're around their parents. Common sense, it's a method that's been practiced for years. But stop automatically assuming that someone is picking on your child. I've never been that parent. When someone has told me my child has done something, I'm getting to the root of the situation. Why are you behaving like this? What's your reasoning? Like, what caused you to step out of your regular behavior and do something completely different? Is this gonna become a habit? Because I'm trying to nip it in the bud right then. Like, I question the entirety of the situation, and then I go to my child. You know what I'm saying? Because adults also over-exaggerate. But don't water down your child's negative behavior because you don't think your child could ever do that. Like, this is the future that we're raising. Like, these kids are going to be overstuffed, working for people. These kids are going to have kids one day. These kids are going to be adults one day. They're going to be over someone else's life one day. And you patting them on the back, telling them it's okay when they're doing stuff that you know and that they should know is wrong, is the reason why we have a lot of problems with kids today. Parents don't teach their kids it's not okay to bully. Parents don't teach their kids to have respect. When I was a kid, when you mouthed off, you got hit in your mouth. First off, you didn't mouth off. But if it happened accidentally, you got hit in your mouth. If you accidentally eyeballed the wrong way, you was getting your behind beat. Like, they got y'all so scared with this, threatening y'all with CPS and all that. There's a way to discipline your children without abusing your children. Now, I believe in all ways that taking things away from your child can be a positive form of discipline if it's effective. Spanking your child in the appropriate way can be a positive way of disciplining your child. And most people say, how is spanking your child positive? I got spankings growing up, and my kids are perfectly fine. I'm an adult. I raise my kids. I'm not out here. I didn't grow up shooting up schools. I didn't grow up bullying people. I didn't grow up blaming majority of my life on whatever obstacles I encountered. So I believe that spanking can be okay. It's when you become excessive and excessive force is used to perform a disciplinary act is when it becomes a problem. And for you parents who do that, do not discipline your child when you're mad. Just don't. I mean, that's most people say, oh, that's common sense. A lot of people don't know that. Don't whoop your child when you're mad. Because when you're mad and you whoop your child, you're going to release an uncontrollable amount of anger, which will then lead to you physically abusing your child. Address the situation. Calm yourself. If you believe in spankings, spank your child and move on. Do you believe in popping your child a few times? Pop him and move on. But do not do anything to a child when you are mad. Period. Now, for those of y'all who believe in letting a child be themselves, be who they are coming into themselves, you need to keep them at home. You need an in-home daycare and you need to homeschool. Because sending your children out in public believing that they can be who they are and they can do what they want to do, you saying a lot about who you are as a person and as a parent. Especially, I gotta watch the time because I've been ordering some food. Especially when they're not the person who deals with your child. Like, y'all forget that y'all let these little monsters run around for 2 hours at home. You feed them, you bathe them, and you send them to bed. When you get them up in the morning, you may give them breakfast. They may eat breakfast at school or daycare. And then you're out the door. You're going to work and you're dropping them off. They are at daycare from 8 hours a day, then go to after school care for 2-3 hours of the day. By the time you get them, you are feeding them, bathing them, and sending them to bed. You don't really have to deal with your children. Do not set them up for failure, because once they reach the real world, they will be confused. They will not understand why this person is getting a better response than I am. Some kids are taught that whining and crying will get them their way. Other children are learning self-discipline and silence whenever they don't understand what's going on and whenever they don't get their way. That is the difference with the children that are being raised in this world. When I was growing up, it was, if your kid coming over here, your kid gotta be able to spank your child too. Because if something happened and I can't get the truth, everybody getting a whooping. Nowadays, now hold on. Because I'm also that parent that says nobody's allowed to discipline my child. Why? Except for my parents. If you have not been effectively involved with my child, and don't say, well, she don't call me. I'm not trying to hear that she's 6. If you do not have an active relationship with my child, and my child encounters with you anytime we cross paths with you, then heck no, you can't discipline my child. If she do something wrong, tell her mama. Tell her daddy. Me or GP will handle that. But all you extra people who have not been involved, no. I don't believe in allowing just anybody to discipline your children, because you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what demons they're battling with. And you don't want that to be accidentally taken on your child because you gave them permission to let go of a little anger. And they took something small that your child did and turned it into something great. We have to be the parents of these future leaders. You don't know who you're raising. Be it an athlete, an actor, the next Senate, the next council, the next president. Anybody. You don't know who you're raising. Provide the proper boundaries for your children so when they are adults, they'll know. Let them be themselves, yes, but place the boundaries around them that let them know that discipline is necessary. Boundaries are necessary. You will not always get your way, but there will be an understanding anytime that you do or don't. If those boundaries are not set, you will raise a monster. And I don't mean that in a physical sense. I mean that in a mental sense. They will not understand. And in their lack of understanding, they will act irate. I see it every day. Do not falsely, to make yourself sound good, threaten your children. And when I say threaten, I mean that's just a word that comes to mind. But I mean, if you commit to saying this is what's going to happen because you did A, B, C, D, then complete the action with X, Y, Z. Don't put on a show for whoever it is that keeps your child, has your child. Don't put on a show for them because it will show in their behavior the very next time that child does something. Don't say, when we get home, this is going to happen because of what you've done, and then not complete the action, because then your child will know it does not matter what I do. It doesn't matter what I say. As long as I cry and apologize, mom or dad will tell me what's going to happen in front of them to save face. But when we get home, none of that will happen because I cried and shed some tears. It's okay to do. I'm telling you, your child will love you. Your child will not hate you. I got my butt tore up as a kid. I'm talking for what they call CPS for now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of us should have been in the system, taken away and all kinds of stuff. But I appreciate those whoopings because I'm a strong woman. I think every time before I make an action. I think before I speak. A lot of y'all think I don't because a lot of y'all have ran into me in the past. If I say the first thing that jump off my mind and people take it as disrespectful or rude or whatever the case may be. But no, anytime that I've said something, I've thought before I said it. And I'm not going to lie to you. If that's how I feel, that's what I'm going to say. But now, at 26 years old, I carry a lot more discipline, and some things are just better left unsaid. So, just be mindful whenever you're choosing to let your child be who they are. Because if you're going to do that, let them be that at home. Alright, bosses and bossettes, my food should be here so I can feed me and my minions. I love you guys. Like, follow, share, comment below if you have any comments. Comment below if you have a subject you would like for me to speak on. I love you guys. And like I said, don't give up on me. Help me push this because now this is something that I love to do. In the beginning, it was something I was trying out, but I love to do it. Like I said, support me as I support others. Support me as I support you. Y'all have a good one. Bye.